Sorry, Simon, can I kick off? Sorry.
Absolutely.
Afternoon, Pep. Firstly, what is your reaction to the decision yesterday of the Court of Arbitration for Sports?
Incredibly happy for the decision and show that all the people said about the club, it wasn't true. And defend on the pitch what we want on the pitch.
Jose Mourinho's just had some strong words to say about it, saying it was a disgraceful decision. If Manchester City weren't guilty, they shouldn't have been fined. What's your response to that?
Yeah, maybe, but it's about the money, maybe. But Jose and all the managers should know that we were damaged. We should be apologize. Because, like I said many times, if we did something wrong, we will accept absolutely the decisions for the UEFA, the CAS, because you did something wrong. But we don't expect for Liverpool or Tottenham or Arsenal or Chelsea or Wolves or Liverpool and all the clubs are going to defend, but we can defend ourselves. We have the right to defend ourselves when we believe that what we have done is correct, is right. And 3 judges, independent judges, said this. So today is a good day. Yes, it was a good day for the football because we play with the same rules, the financial fair play for all the clubs in Europe, all of them. And we break these financial fair plays, we will be banned. We would have been banned. But we can defend ourselves because, like I said many times, the club believe it was right what we have done, and 3 judges gave us the situation, the reason that we were in the right path or we have done properly. But we cannot say we were damaged. So the people say that we're cheating, we're lying, and many times the presumption of innocence was not there. And after, when it's happened and it was right, so of course we are incredibly happy because we can again defend what we have done on the pitch.
Okay, Simon Stone.
Pep, when you say you were damaged, there's been a lot of people that have said a lot of things about Manchester City. Do you think they'll stop saying these things, or are you resigned to always having to defend the club?
I don't understand the question, Simon. Sorry.
You said that Manchester City were damaged by what people have said. Yeah. Do you think people will stop saying these things about Manchester City now, or do you think they will always say negative things about Manchester City?
Simon, would be nice, but I don't think so. What happened in the recent last years, how many times the people came to our club to this whispering, on us. So I would love to finish. I would like to say of this kind of people, okay, look our eyes and if you say something, say face to face and go to the pitch and play on the pitch what we have to play as a rivals. And after you beat us, don't doubt about it, don't hesitate. We will shake our hands and we will congratulate them. But they lost off the pitch. They have to go on the pitch and try to beat us, like when we try to do it, like a sportmen that we are. So I said many times here, if we did something wrong, we are doing something wrong, we accept our ban for any departments, FIFA, UEFA, Premier League, FA. We are here, but we can defend ourselves, I guess. And after, yesterday was a great day for the football, not a bad day for the football, because we played. They showed that we play in the same rules that all the clubs, all the elite clubs in the Premier League in Europe can play. Because it would have been completely the opposite. Next season could not play in the Champions League, but we can play in the Champions League because what we have done was right. It was proper. That's why they had to accept it, go on the pitch and play against us there.
People have said this is a new dawn now for Manchester City, that you can go again. You haven't won the league title, but you might win the Champions League. You might win the FA Cup, and then you'll go again next year with new players and try to win your title. Would you commit to staying at the club beyond the end of your contract in a year's time?
Nothing changed my opinion. Maybe I would be able to stay here longer. As a club, as organization, the people cannot understand because they don't want it, but the people cannot understand how difficult time was for all the club organization being under suspicious, doing something that we have not done. And hopefully the people can finish to talk about this, and you have some proof, go to the, to the court and prove it like we have done, and go again. Go on the pitch and do it.
Okay, Ian Irving from Premier League Productions. Ian?
Hello, Pep. I'm sorry my connection just dropped out at the start of your answer there. Is it more likely that you'll stay at the club beyond the end of your contract now this decision's been made?
Now is not the time. It's not the time. So we have 1 month in front of us ahead, and incredible. Have 1 more year for a manager is a long time, and the decisions we thought to do it before the sentence, it was quite similar now, and I was happy before and now. So we have time to talk about this.
Can you give us an idea then about how this changes your plans for the summer? Now this decision's obviously completely sorted and out of the way. How much different does your summer look now you've got this certainty?
Well, the now is the normal situation, like every season. If we would have banned, so the situation was uncertain, I don't know what would have happened. So in my personal situation, it was clear because I said for a month ago, I will stay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter we are in Champions League or like a lot of people, some people here in England suggested that we should play in League 2. So I would stay here. So respect for the other ones and in the positions about the future. Now I said we have an incredible 4 or 5 weeks ahead of us and preparing the games of the FA Cup against Arsenal and Madrid, and hopefully if we are good enough to beat Arsenal to play the final, the FA Cup, and after we have time to think about it.
Thank you, Pep.
Simon Evans from Reuters.
Pep, when you've heard there what Mourinho and Klopp have said about this decision, yesterday Javier Tebas said that CAS is the wrong place to decide these things. He was very angry about what happened. Why do you think that is, and why do you think City do seem to have a lot of people who are against them in this way?
He's another one. This guy, Senor Tebas, must be so jealous for the Premier League, the English football. He's an incredible legal expert, what I see. So next time maybe I'm going to ask them. We are going to ask them in which court, in which judges we have to go. There has to be a little bit worry and concern about the Liga and focus on there. So, but normally these kind of people, that what the sentence is good for him is perfect, like it happened many times in Spain right now. But what the sentence is against, the problem is for the other ones. So, yeah, we'll be in Champions League next season, Senor Tebas, because what we did it properly.
Ian Abrahams from TalkSport.
Hi Pep, how are you doing?
Mm.
Two questions really in one. Firstly, do you think off the back of yesterday and what you've been saying today that people don't give you and your football club the respect that they deserve off the pitch, not when they play you? And secondly, off the back of...
Let me answer the first one. You asked me the second, I forget the first and the second questions. So in the first one, what this club tried for the last, I think, all history, when the club was in Main Road or was with our heroes like Colin Bell or Mike Summerby, all the people who have done, the legends that we had with Joe Hart after last years, we have done our best to be able to do it on the pitch. What we have done this club in the last decade, it was what happened, it was on the pitch. I know that for the elite clubs, like here respectful clubs like Liverpool, Man United, and especially Arsenal, is uncomfortable being here. But they have to understand we deserve to be here if we want to compete with them. We want to go on the pitch and compete with them and try to achieve like they achieved in the past decades ago and what we have done this decade. We deserve to be stronger year by year. We try. There are incredible people working in this club, in this organization. They work incredible hard to do this club better, to make our fans proud for ourselves. And we don't have to ask permission to be there. We deserve to be there. And when we lose, I will shake my hands on my opponent, my colleagues, and we congratulate them what we have done, sometimes unfairly, in the Champions League or in the Premier League, and we congratulate them all the time we have done. It's simple as that. So, guys, accept it. We want to be here, and we try it. And on the pitch, we play as much as possible. Sometimes win, sometimes don't. But they have to understand it. And you are not agree, just knock the door for our chairmen or our CEOs and talk. Don't go from behind and whispering, we're going to do it, 7, 8, 9 clubs doing this behind and do it what you have to do. Go and do it on the pitch. Let's go and try it. No, not behind. Because we can. This is not a club for 10 years. 10 years, we're making a step forward. We invest a lot of money, like a lot of clubs. But we did it these 10 years on the right thing. Because we were being banned. And we are not banned because we follow the rules for the financial fair play or the rules for the UEFA or FIFA had decided to do. If don't, we would be banned. We could not play. If we play, it's because we have done properly in the right way. That's why we follow the rules. The UEFA dictate we have to do it. We do it, and the people have to understand right now that we are here. We are here to try, to compete on the pitch in the same level, and these elite clubs in the Premier League, but in Europe too. We can be here.
The second part of my question was going to be about, obviously I saw you at Brighton, fabulous performance again there. You've now secured second place. And do you believe that going forward now, Bournemouth and the rest of the season, the rest of your talking you can do on the pitch for your players?
Yeah, of course. Like we have done the last 3 or 4 years in every single game and every single competition. We're going to do respect our opponents and try to beat them on the pitch. That we're going to do. The people cannot forget it. We were damaged. Our prestige and reputation, we were damaged. And accusations that now we show they were not true. So that's why there have to be people happy or people, or at least I would say, the people should accept, because we should complain and no complain. So the other ones shouldn't say much more on this.
Okay, guys, we will now move to a 10:30 embargo. And if I could see